Hey, where are you going? It's day 290 of Reseller Reflections, a day in the life of a full-time reseller supporting her family. It is Tuesday, March 25th, 2025, and we did not meet our sales goal today, but yeah, all right, still working. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's just part of the roller coaster. I want to talk about where are you going, right? So we released today our episode on the listing calculator, which I am going to absolutely link up at the end of this video and in the show notes, because I think it is a must watch for any reseller. So we talk a lot about where you want to go with your business, how much you want to make a year, what you need to do on a daily basis, and how the listing calculator gives you kind of a guideline to figure all that out. Because if somebody was to say to you, what do you need to do like over the course of a 24-hour period for your business or for your hobby, depending on where you are? It works for full-time, part-time, hobby, however you're reselling, this should work for you and give you kind of a guideline. So go check out that episode and let me know what you think. Hopefully it is a good tool for you. It is something that I just developed for myself and found other people are finding it useful. So we put it out there as a free downloadable on our website. You just plug in your numbers and it tells you what you need to do to make what you want to make. That simple. The other part of this is, where are you going? So last night we had book club. We're doing the Slight Edge. We did chapters 15 and 16, and we got into a pretty good discussion about where we're headed. Every single book we've read has had some sort of version of a vision, has recommended that you have some sort of, I think in Think and Grow Rich, it was, a burning desire backed by faith. In the Slight Edge, it's a philosophy. In other places, it's a vision statement. Some maybe are familiar with the vision board. And I think it's really, I personally think it is very critical to have a vision and a kind of like a statement for your life to say where you're headed. It's kind of like a mission statement for your business, which is separate from your vision statement. Your vision statement is your personal thing. Yes, absolutely can encompass your business. Mine does. But it is separate than your mission statement for the business. But there's two things that really they have in common. Let's say you have one, but you don't have the other. They are your guidepost for being able to make decisions. If something does not, let's say you have a new opportunity, you can go ahead, you can look at your vision, or if it's a business opportunity, look at your mission and decide, does that fit where I'm going? Does this new opportunity fit where I'm going? And Pam of Whimsy and such so astutely said, and if it doesn't, is it something worth changing your vision for? Like, there's another part to that, right? Maybe it is something that is totally life altering and you want to change your vision. But if you don't have that vision, it makes it very difficult to make those decisions and know that they are in tune or in line with what you want to do. Oh yeah, pumpkin plan, immutable laws. What are your guidelines? What do you live by? So I just want to encourage you all to come up with a vision. It doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be perfect. Guess what? You can change it if it's not perfect, but some sort of thing that says where you're going and what you want. Billy said her life coach, or a coaching session she was at, not a life coach, recommended that, or asked the question, like, at the end of your life, what would make you happiest? Like, what would make you fulfilled if you think about it that way? That's another way to approach it. I've heard some people suggest Chat GPT to help you, like, to plug in the things that are important to you and see if it'll come up with a vision statement. There are some ideas, but at least it'll get the ball rolling, and you can start with that penny, as they say in the Slight Edge. Start somewhere. Start with a vision. What's important to you? And I used the silly example is I had a situation where I was dealing with a difficult person in my life. And I looked up at my vision statement, with Jason, the Santee Swapper, has so kindly printed for me, and it's on a board right in front of my desk here. And I was like, oh, how do I address this? I really need to take care of this. And I looked up at my vision statement, and part of it, the last sentence of it, is surround myself with strong, positive people. That's the last part of it. And you know what? I said, I don't need to address this. I don't need to surround myself with this. Bye-bye. Okay. Thank you. And not even deal with it. I'm not recommending we don't deal with issues head on. This was not something that had to be dealt with. It was not something that needed to be addressed. It was something that was trivial. And I just looked up at that and I thought, why am I even bothering? That's not part of my vision. That's not having this difficult conversation, or this confrontation is not in any way going to enhance my vision or my life. And you know what? It doesn't even matter. So just silly little things like that, having a vision can really help. Big decisions, little decisions. And all right, I think I hammered the point home. I hope I did. All right, guys, go reset to zero. I am going to finish up some photos. I am reset to zero. I do have some shipping to do, but I think it might wait until the morning. I just don't feel like it tonight. I'm going to do my photos instead. All right, have a great night, and I will see you on day 291. And check out that video to figure out where you are going. Night, night.